Good afternoon. This is Dr. Bill Wyatt again with the American Orthodontic Society, and I'm going to talk to you just a few minutes about impacted centrals. Both upper centrals came in almost over one another. Now this is a rather unusual case, but it's fairly simple to do and everything, and the guy was fairly protrusive. So we just extracted 4 bicuspids on the case and went ahead and did the case, and it's simply done, worked out good, and I'm going to run through it right quick with you here for just a few minutes. Let me get our little needle, my pointer going, and here he is, a nice looking young man, fairly straight facial profile and everything is setting that in pretty good. But if we take this out, we'll take it out and lose as little profile as we can, and we try to keep the posterior teeth in there to keep it filled and keep his face full, and had no problem doing that. And so here we'll show the 2 centrals. And I don't want to show you this. One of them was coming in right like that, the other one was over the top of it, and all we had to do is we go back here and take out the first, take the bicuspids out, and then we'll come in and expand that gap there and bring those 2 central teeth into operation, and we line up the lower anteriors, crowded too, for just a little bit. So here we are from the side. Now we didn't want to lose much of the profile in doing this, so we took the second bicuspids instead of the first bicuspids, which would have been these teeth. This would have moved back more if we'd have done this. If it had been real full, we would have done the other way. But here, the molars move up real quick, and we bring this back just a small amount of area, and you lose almost no profile in here in the front part of the mouth. So that's a little trick you might want to try to do sometime. And the same thing over on the other side. In other words, we took the bicuspids in front of the molars and then moved them into some class 1 relationship. And then we've got these 2 teeth. You see them lined up right here. We'll just take this back and this back, and we'll go back into this extracted site back here, back this up, and then have plenty of room to line those teeth up right there. That's a pretty simple case, really, but it does happen once in a while, and you might want to do that. So here with the lower arches got some crowding, not a whole lot of crowding, and we go ahead and get the second bicuspids out, and they'll have very little profile loss in the area. Now we did this back in 1981, and he's got these wisdom teeth that are in there, you see. So if we do this, take this out, most likely we are able to save these. And I think we did save his wisdom teeth in here, so it's a kind of a swap where you take the second bicuspid out and you give the wisdom teeth a lot more room to come in, and I think we got his wisdom teeth in. This was 1981, that's several years ago, and my slides got a little problem on down there. We had some mildew get on a few of them, and you can see those little dots on the slides. You know, where we were sending them off and making them and storing them someplace, and there's too much moisture there, then you'll get a little of this mildew on there, and you have to do something. You can't take it off, but here are the 2 centrals again. This one's coming in here, and this one comes from that direction, and we'll just take the laterals and go back the laterals of the cuspids and the first bicuspid. So we're moving a lot back, and we'll make room and just put these 2 teeth down in here, and that's a pretty simple orthodontic case, really. But I thought it'd be good to show it. So here we are. We're closing up the space between the 6-year molars and the first bicuspids. And you see we've got wisdom teeth that have, in fact, these already got the lower ones have room to come in, and the upper ones will come in without any problem. And this is a pretty good trade. In other words, you're swapping some bicuspids for wisdom teeth that you're going to be able to use later on down the line. And here we go. One central has got a little more gum tissue on it than the other one, but that's not a big problem. You can go in and deaden this and take just a little bit off of this to make it match the other tooth over there, or as you finish it up, as they eat, the force of occlusion, you bite into an apple, it'll push the tissue back up again a lot of times in a situation like that, so it's no big deal. Let's see now. We're closing the space. We use some elastic chain to it. You can close it with anything. You can just tie the arch wire back tight and close it. If you want to close more one way than the other, then you could use class 2 elastics and pull the lower molars on the bottom, bring them forward, and it'll bring this back up here. Or if you want to use class 3 elastics, pull this back more and bring your upper molars out further. If you're overjet and overbite is not just right, you may want to juggle your elastics around like that. So we'll go ahead through here. So here it is finished. We're just about to close all the space up, and we had some double brackets up here go to him then, and we'll line this up. I put some of this lacing on. You see this stuff that runs in between the teeth, and you can squeeze that down at some point in there and pull these teeth together. We still haven't done anything to that tissue up there, but you can do that. It's pretty simple to do that tissue work. Now we're closing that, and we've got a little gap like here, you see, and so we'll need to put some action on that, where this here would be going down, and we'll raise it up, and it'll pull that back in place. Let's see if we got that lined up like we want to. See it dipping over there too. Okay, here it is in 1984. That was, I think, 82 something when we started, and it's not quite together yet, but we'll have, you see this little deal here, it comes in, and this part of the arch will be headed down like that, and then you bring it up and put it in, and it'll pull the roots in, and it'll pull this together from up above to level this out in this area. I hope I did that. I'm sure I must have. And this is pretty much the finish. We've got him here. And now we've got that coming in contact all the way back down here, so that's working all right. And we'll take him out. And he's got his wisdom teeth. You see the wisdom teeth sitting back here. Now that is a good trade. I swapped a bicuspid from this area right here, pull this up from the back. We tried to not have any reduction of the anterior profile, and didn't get any to speak of at all, as you could see. And you can bring this back. Now bring that wisdom tooth in, and you've got a tooth in the most desirable chewing place in the mouth. It is a big molar you saved, and you took this out, whereas probably you would have to remove the wisdom tooth. You might not have had room enough for it. But this is an excellent trade, and you can do that and come out real good with it. So there we are in 1985. We've got him in an upper wraparound retainer, and it's got a little overjet and overbite about the same amount, and everything looks pretty good. So there's the size when we started at 81, and there's what we had up there, 9 of 81, and here it is. Apparently we finished this, and we even banded his wisdom teeth and have them lined up. And so this guy has actually more teeth than if we'd have left this tooth in here and had to extract that. So this is an excellent trade if you can do that. And we didn't move this back very much to get this in, so there's hardly any loss of facial profile. And let's see, I think that's about the end of this. And we've got the upper lined up, but we didn't band the upper molars. And there's our upper retainer, and we put a little bite plate in there. He bites up into that spot right there. And that's pretty well takes care of this case. I hope you get something from this, and we've put these things out on the market. I don't know who on earth sees them. I really am happy. I hope that people in foreign countries and places that haven't had the opportunity to do orthodontics in some cases will see how you can do these different things, and orthodontics become a part. I think really, in a sense, it's doing that already in the world. People are coming in and correcting problems that they have developed. And we get a lot of orthodontics calls of a big-faced person marrying a person with a small face, and you're going to have one way or the other. They're going to have if the big tooth gets into the genetic working of this person, and they have a small skeletal structure to put it in, and there is no way under the sun you should put those teeth in there. The person looks just really full and filled out in there. So taking out teeth, there's no question that you should reduce the tooth structure in cases that really need it. That's the only ones we do. And you can do that too, and you keep the facial profile in these cases. Thanks for watching, and I'll hope to see you again. And so join our little group here and subscribe to this. We'd like to get a few more subscriptions on people. So thank you now for watching, and I'm going to sign up and leave.